Hashtag the smoke.
That is right. Welcome to the Dirtiest South, Winston-Salem, North Carolina. We are live with my man, Victor. It's been a while, Victor. It might have even been last National since I had you on.
Yeah.
It's kind of now been you're one of my guests I like to have every National, especially Chicago, where you kind of got home field advantage there. And how you been doing, brother?
Good, man. I think this is third year in a row where I'm on for just prior to the National. I think we can call it a tradition at this point.
Right. That's right. That's right. And we will talk about the rookie card, but more than just that.
Sure.
I know you're more than just that, but you pigeonholed yourself into that. And I told you before you went on, what we're going to probably do, we'll talk a little bit and we'll get to the back end. And it was funny because so I usually do the road to the National every year, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that term kind of got taken amongst other people this year.
Yeah.
It started with Strongsville, and then a couple people are doing it. It's not a big deal because it's kind of a everybody road to whatever, right?
Right.
So this year we're having a little fun with it. That's why I asked you if you had a favorite mode of transportation, because I've been making thumbnails or the thing like tonight is let's talk on the escalator going to the second floor of the National, because this year they're having the second floor, and I am actually I made an AI person, heavyweight guy holding Pokemon cards with an old white guy crying behind him going up the escalator. So because the freak out is the second floor is going to be all Pokemon and oh my God, shut it down.
Yeah.
So
I get it now. Now I get it.
Yeah, I didn't want to surprise at all. Thanks, Joe. Dr. Exclusive came up with that the escalator. So we have Carlisle Battery. What's up, Paul? We got Jeff. At this point, I expect Victor to have the RC logo on his floor. Yeah, we're not going to go that far with him yet. We got Brian gave a video like, hey, everyone, how you doing tonight, Brian Hodges. So, and also this is we've been trying to get together. I've been trying to invite a lot of stuff, birthdays and Father's Days and Mother's Days and where's the Disney people movers? Yeah. It is just, it's been hectic this weekend. For it just being baseball season, it's kind of a hectic even weekend in the sports world. Like if you're into wrestling, there was pay-per-view last night, huge pay-per-view tonight. Boxing, like you said, fights. We have the last weekend of baseball before the All-Star break. Baseball's good this year. A lot of I think it's going to come down to a really wild, except for the White Sox. I think they figured out they're probably not going to be in it much, Victor. I'm sorry, but
I'm a Cubs fan.
Oh, are you a Cubs fan? Well, then you're going to be okay. You're going to be having fun.
Cubs are looking
you probably
good.
have the MVP right now on your team, which should be a Met. Should the Mets let him go? And yeah, what's up, Paul? Quality Racing on this weekend and World Series. That's right. I forgot about the World Series of Poker. I know people still like it. People are like, there's going to be, if there's something on, somebody's going to like it. But man, I remember when World Series of Poker took over the world there for a while. It was, my gosh, but it's kind of died down a little bit now. But in this. And I forgot. I almost forgot. We had some great WNBA games this weekend as well. So a little bit of still great sports out there, and baseball draft going on right now. Holiday did not go first. The pitcher from LSU went first to Washington Nationals. Me and my dad talk a little bit about the draft. If you watch that today. If you watch it tomorrow, because right now there are 6 players in the major leagues that are playing from last year's draft. So the draft is changing a little bit in baseball, where it used to be, because I made a comment, baseball's different because the players are not instantly impactful like other sports.
Mhm.
Uh, and I know that's tough. Like, that's what makes baseball for uh, rookie card collectors. If you don't understand, it can be very confusing because other sports have a draft, and those guys are in the league the next year, and it's just very easy. Where now baseball, you have first card and all this stuff.
Yeah.
XRP,
Hockey too. I think they have a
as well. Yeah.
junior league. Yeah.
Um, is Angel Reese liked in Chicago, Victor? I'm going to say yes, but go ahead. You can answer.
To my knowledge, I'm not 100% sure, but I haven't heard much hype about Angel Reese. I live in Northwest Indiana, so technically I'm in the Chicagoland region.
Right.
But at the same time, the Indiana Fever are on another level out here.
Wow,
Like,
you're getting crushed. Yeah,
yeah,
in a good way. In a good way.
in a good way.
Victor, if you want to watch single A ball, how far is the White Sox home field from you? Watch single A ball.
Single A, we got. I've got the Gary Railcats, which is an A ball league, about 20 minutes from my house.
I
I
was going to
visit
say,
once or twice a year.
actually, White Sox high A ball is right down the street from me. The Dash. They're Jake Berger played right down the street here before he came up to like 2 or 3 years ago.
Is that right?
Yeah, and then we have there's tons of baseball here. For not having a major league team, there is plenty of professional baseball here. It's just minor league. There's some independent ball, a lot of independent ball too. That is MLB recognized.
Right.
Independent ball, which is the difference. So when we talk about that, it is tough. Hockey could probably be even tougher because it's not, especially for us south of the border fellas from Canada. It's I get confused. Junior hockey, it's not a regular method to the league as it is in other like baseball, because they got all these different methods to go to the league, and then they might go play college or whatever. It's just different ways. It's very confusing to me for that.
Yeah.
I just wait till they put the sweaters on, and I know they're in the league. But I wanted to get into before we get into the national. I like to talk a little bit on how first off, how is your basement coming along?
Man, basement is done, completely done. Took us about 3 months to complete it. And I hired out most of the work, but I did end up doing some of the work myself. The only thing I've got left to do is to get some stuff on the wall here so the echo doesn't.
Yeah.
Echo's not so strong. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's so why I always put a lot of stuff on the wall is for that person. And an apartment where it didn't everything coming in as well as going out. So that's what I was wondering. You were very excited about that, and you're like me with the hobby. That's how me and you connected, was decorating. So, and we know it's just as much as part of our hobby as anything else. Is setting and resetting it up and putting it the way you like it and everything. And that's just as much like I'm so happy I got this couch out from behind me, and now I got space behind me. You can see everything. Got my Winnie the Pooh back here for me. I had to move that from the other room. So
looking good.
Yeah, I got it. I feel a lot better, a lot more space myself. But next topic is I want to talk on is a few weeks ago you were talking about Caitlin Clark, and I said we're going to ask you some questions, get your thoughts on this, because I did talk it a lot, and I'm not hiding anything about knowledge and why we talk to people about knowledge. Why do we? Because I feel like somebody that comes in and can learn something last week that I don't know about, but we want to, especially in this hobby, we want to disregard some people because maybe they don't have the following or the cool the cool cards. I'm gonna put the quotes up for whatever reason, and so it just dismisses them as somebody that has knowledge. But but at the end of yesterday's talk, I was like, I'm going to talk to somebody who has the knowledge because you take the time and effort. You wrote a book and you listen to people and you change. You're not a person that is not afraid of changing your mind and evolving on your thoughts. So I think that's its biggest part of knowledge is anything else. Anytime anyone mentions knowledge, all I think of is that Lamborghini scam guy from years ago. Yeah. So, but my question for Caitlin Clark, and I've been asking this to people. I'm going to have several questions for you tonight, but I've been asking people. I don't just ask you because I like to. I have a couple of questions. I might come to Nashville and be just with a microphone or with a camera and go to people and ask some questions. Because I'm interested to see the knowledge everyday people have. Because we know not everybody watches YouTube. We know it's a very small percentage. So, and I believe me, we're not the ones, and they probably have more. They're smarter than us. They stay away from the drama. Yeah. You know, but my question is, you brought up Caitlin Clark rookie card in that Prism set, right? So they had her, I want to say in action, whatever. And then the last 10 cards, or it's like a, photo shoot type of deal.
Yeah.
Okay. And I think it's a Prism, right? I have them. I was going to bring them out, and I was like, it's not show and tell. I don't need, because I have the selects. Like I love my Caitlin Clark, but also I'm a plum. I like WNBA. But anyway, but my question is, you were trying to differentiate because one was first in the set opposed to the second one, and you're kind of saying that second part, because it's a 10-card rookies, even though it's not differentiated in any way, that it's a subset. Can you go into how you think? Because my first question was, how was that a subset with no differentiating qualities? Because you were comparing it to like 80s all-star subsets in the set, but we knew that the all-star cards were there.
Yeah.
These don't have any differentiating monikers or anything.
Not as a design element, but all 10 cards are cards of rookies in like a photo shoot. So it's kind of like the draft day when they do the draft day or the rookie premiere series, they'll do the players in like a photo shoot. So it was more like how they felt within the set. When you looked at the set as a whole, cards 1 through 140 are all action shots. But card 141 through 150 are like a photo shoot.
Okay.
And it's all 10 cards are rookies. So to me, it felt like a subset.
Right.
Yeah.
I knew that was going to be your answer because that's what you said in your thing. I didn't want to put words in your mouth, so I wanted you to say that. Okay, and it's not a gotcha.
The setup. All right.
Yeah, it's not a gotcha. It's not a setup. But I want you. I don't want to sit there and go, but this is what you said. And when you can speak, well, why do I have you here? Yeah. So, my question is, so when you say like these other sets, they do have differentiating qualifiers or whatever else. They might even be numbered different on the back, whatever. So those first cards you're saying that is the rookie card, and the second one is not, but they still are a rookie card, year card, however you want to display it.
Rookie year is how I determine them. Yes.
Right, rookie year. But if those first cards are from practice squad, practice games, airbrushings. So are they still? And I'm not saying they are. I'm just saying if they are. If it's an airbrushed jersey and it's really an Iowa game, but they airbrush a Fever, it's still considered, do you, in your mind, the rookie card of that set?
Yeah.
Well, the second card is in her real uniform.
Well, I mean, that's a hypothetical that hasn't happened. But you know, an airbrushed.
It has happened in sets. It really happens in football a lot.
A lot in football. I agree.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. But they differentiate the inserts by calling them performance rookies, or I just had one today. What was it that I listed? Again, not trying to new recruits was one. So that's what I'm trying to figure out, because I'm trying to logically put this together in steps. So here's my next 1982 Fleer. How are the cards collated? How are the sets put together in 82 Fleer?
Baseball, football, what are we talking
Baseball. You could do any set. Baseball, football. They put them in the same order.
82 Fleer. So
how are the cards collated? Like, how was the sets created?
Man, if without the set composition in front of me, I have
okay,
no idea.
So in 82 Fleer, and I'm just using this because, man, I love my 80s baseball. First off, they were done by team in alphabetical order. So you would have had like Angels, team 1 through 12, 15, whatever.
Right.
Athletics 1 through whatever. So is that not their own? Am I going in too deep with that?
Well, yeah, because you have to keep in mind, at least the way I do it is, I don't try to take the rules of today and try to apply them to 1982. I put my brain in 1982 and what the standards were of that day.
Right.
And so the set composition in 1982 Fleer was indeed, there were all the teams were kind of like lumped together. So
right, they were headed on.
Right, but still the progression of the card number was still progressing as the set went along. So like the White Sox would have been cards 530 to 550 or something.
Pretty much like that.
Yeah.
But then in a years upcoming, they started adding like the no-hitter card or something like that would be in there, right? So that's what's kind of leading up. So now we got the Prism made their first card. Now, and hold on, everybody, please, have a snack, go watch. I don't, because this is for me. I'm having a me moment. Now we're gonna get to Select comes out after that, and Select has 15 different versions. I found the 15 different versions of the Fleer, right? You got all this different, or Select. I mean, I'm reading Carlos. Happy birthday, Carlos. Everybody sing to Carlos.
I got him yesterday. I wished him happy birthday yesterday.
Yeah. So my whole thing with Select is like Select comes out afterwards. And again, we're going to say the first card is the rookie card. But to me, I'm going to sit there and go, why isn't the Prism card the rookie card? The Select card came second. What made in a different set? I'm sitting here trying to put that knowledge, because this is what I'm trying to get at. Especially with Panini, it's hard. But baseball, flagship to me is the rookie card, because it's been around since the beginning of Topps. It has to differentiate. 1952 to now, we know what the flagship for Topps is, baseball.
Mm-hmm.
So to me, when a rookie comes out in that series, if it's Series 1, Series 2, or update, to me, that is the base card is the rookie card. Everything else is secondary. That's why I'm a hardcore collector of the base rookie card. I collect the other stuff because I like the other stuff as well. But just like you said in your video today, you got all your other variants, you got your other colors. They're fun to collect, right? But we know what the rookie card is. Just because you put a number on it and change the color of the border doesn't all of a sudden. It's also a rookie card because guess what? The hobby has declared that. But us hardcore guys kind of look at it as, okay, it's a rookie year variant, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, my preference is base rookie cards.
Right.
But the parallels are just undeniable. There's just an overwhelming hobby consensus that will declare parallels as rookie cards, you know.
Yeah, but my question is, if I'm still looking at that second card that comes out as a select, are we not putting in your own heart, your thinking on well, that's the second set that came out. Shouldn't the first card be the rookie card and everything else after that is under the same rules and guidelines of guidelines of what you were talking about before? I mean, because that's where I get confused. Because maybe I like to overthink. I don't think a lot, so when I do, I over.
So yeah, like let's take a look at the select. Right, the select has the concourse level.
Right.
The premier level, and there's another one.
But they have the horizontal card, which is
the variant.
Which I just sent in the PSA.
Yeah, but yeah. So that's the problem. It kind of falls into the same issue where there's multiple base cards of that player in the set, and so the long time hobby standard. I mean, we're going back to the to the 90s at least, and that has been that the first card featured. That's really, if it's not a subset, because a lot of times the first card is a subset, but the first base card of a player in the set, that's the true.
It's been hard for me to stomach, stomach is a harsh word. I can stomach it. I mean, it's not like, oh my god, hey, what's up, Hitman? It's hard for me to sit there and go, because in the 80s, a lot of times a guy would play a year or be called up in a year, and then the next year would be the rookie card. So, Cal Ripken come up in 81, played some games, got 82, and he was on a futures card. So that was the rookie card. Nobody thought of the traded card that when I was growing up as, well, at least in my neck of the woods.
The dealers who had a stack of 120 of them did.
They might have. But I can tell you, I was lucky enough not to have a lot of people around that way. So when I saw it as an adult and somebody pushing that as the rookie card because it was his first solo card or whatever, I was like, yeah, but it didn't come like it. Not everybody had a shot at. Like, man, you couldn't find in my area traded cards.
Mine neither.
Those little boxes were not around.
Years.
Yeah,
I didn't even know about them till the late 80s.
Yeah, it was well into the 90s for me. I was at a show, saw the box, and I'll be here. I got my 82. I got my traded Ripken 10 years ago. So, and as big of a Ripken fan as I grew up, that was one of my first favorite players. Him, Johnny Bench, Gary Carter. Because where I grew up in Virginia, that was our hometown. That was our team. It was Baltimore. So, and so traded cards were XRCs, and and all of the companies came out with the traded cards because I've been hearing people say, well, because all the companies were really pushing who was going to be the first person to get the rookie card, which I understand, but I think us as a hobby understood that as well too, and we kind of knew, well, that's not the rookie card. The rookie card is going to be, that's an XRC, because even back then we had XRC designation. We knew, first cards. We knew what what that was because I know I'm kind of splitting hairs and stuff, but man, it's been grinding on me since I watched it. I was like, well, wait a minute. If we're going to put that logic in one set, then why is that not the rookie card and every card that comes after any other set, not the rookie card? Why? So why isn't the, like in football those years, the score card that came out first, not the rookie card? Why was the Panini one the Prism so heavily sought after once people figured out what Prism was? Because for a while, nobody cared about Prism. But to me, it's it's just one of those things. Everybody has a preference when it comes to how you hobby. I've been talking about work. Y'all talked about words today and what they mean and how they get used in different ways. It's just simple. We all hobby our own way. Vintage Oddball, Rick, him and Mangini hate the term oddball cards, but it's a term used, and it's not used in hate. It's used in love. It can mean anything from something that don't fit regularly in protective wear to something that's just not in everyday sets. It's a term and descriptive term, and I feel like I just want to clarify that and bring it up to you. If it makes no sense, you're probably like, what is he talking about? Believe me, I haven't had a drink in 10 years or anything else, so I'm good. Water, and I had my last Monster at 2 this afternoon. So,
no, I quit coffee 2 weeks ago. I haven't drank a cup of coffee in 2 weeks.
I can't quit caffeine, man. I don't do coffee, but I gotta have my caffeine. I'll feel terrible. You start getting a headache. Is this guy strung out on crack? No, caffeine.
No, and Scott, I wanted to, I had this thought, so I want to run with it here, but also understanding that the rookie card has evolved, and it will continue to evolve year after year, decade after decade.
Mm-hmm.
And there's certain things that of the rookie card from the past, and even talking with Dr. Beckett,
mm-hmm.
There were a lot more rules than the ones I'm bringing up, but a lot of them have become obsolete. A lot of them are no longer, for one reason or another, whether it be technology or for what other reason, those rules are no longer needed, so they don't carry that much hobby weight. But
right.
As far as things evolving, man, even today with what they did with that WNBA rookie royalty was just an absolute.
I agree.
Of a disaster. I don't know what they were thinking there, but that's.
And then they made. Why would you make? What was the down home? Whatever they call not the kaboom, but down homes or whatever they're called.
Downtowns, yeah.
Downtowns. Somebody should be fired, taken out, stripped, ran over, backed on, because they're horrible.
Yeah.
The concept for that, understanding concept, not bad concept, but you put Caitlin Clark out on a farm shooting shots with dreaming of the city in the background. She grew up in the city, dumbass. Iowa has cities. Yeah. Not everybody lives on a farm.
Right.
It's just not, whatever movie you're thinking of back in, it's not how it is. That girl played basketball, ate, slept, and not only that, but played a lot of golf and did a lot of other sports. That's why she's well-rounded, good athlete. But, and I'm not just taking it up for her. I saw another one the same way, and I was like, what is this? And I just didn't get it. But I saw what they were trying to do. The concept was not bad. The follow-through was not good. Yeah. Now, if they would have made the city where she was in Iowa and the city was Indiana or something like that, I would have got it. And maybe I'm missing, maybe a building might have been Indiana, but it didn't look that way. But Indianapolis. So,
yeah.
And the first thing I got thoughts of is if anybody's ever watched Smallville, you go to the big city is called like Bigville or whatever, and then Gotham, and you got all the what the cities were then. So, what is the true rookie drink? Water. So my next question is, and I've been asking this of everybody, because I did this video a few weeks ago, maybe a few months ago now, and this is something I might walk around and just ask people at the show: why the 52 Mano? Why is the 52 Mano the card of cards, the king of kings?
Partly ignorance, perhaps. Partly the first top set. I think that is.
But was it really the first top set?
Yeah, the other one was like a test set, wasn't it?
It was a playing card set, but it's got numbering.
It's the first mainstream.
Because my whole thing is he couldn't be in the first one because he was under contract with Bowman. So he couldn't be till 52. And I know, he's in New York, center fielder. But I think it's more of after the fact, because when I talked to my dad, which is 79 years old, him and his friends were not trying to collect Mickey Mantle.
Yeah.
In Virginia, those people didn't like the Yankees. Now, some of them did, but didn't. You know why? Because they were called the Yankees. In the South, that wasn't a good term.
Yeah.
Yeah. But also, he wasn't even the best center fielder at the time in New York.
Yeah.
He might even have been the third. So that's where my question is, and that's why I'm bringing it up. Now, I wouldn't go in that depth when I come up to people, but my whole thing is like, it seems like we got sold on this after the fact. Topps always made sure his number, the card in his, was the Mickey Mantle.
I think too, Scott, is the influence of the time and era of Alan Rosen, Mr. Mint.
That thing came up last week because I brought it up.
Yeah, that guy, I think, had a lot to do with it because he really had a thing for that set. And he always was flaunting the big bucks along with that card. And he had bounties out for that card. And so I think his influence in the 1970s and 80s also elevated the legacy of 52 Topps Mantle.
And I know like if most kids that grew up in the 80s, I had that book with your boy's name on it, Mr. Beckett, Dr. Beckett, and it was in there an awful lot. There was always a picture of it somewhere in there being talked about. Sure. And Mr. Mint. And Mr. Mint.
And Mr. Mint. Yep.
Right. So that it's more, this is more of a curiosity and fun. I don't care because I've always said, you might even be like me. If I won the lottery tomorrow and you put his 52 or his Bowman in front of me, guess which one I'm going to get? I'm going to get the Bowman.
Same.
Because it's his rookie card.
Mm-hmm.
The 52 is just the 52.
Mm-hmm.
Nice looking card. But it's doesn't have that sentimental thing that it has to a lot of people.
All right.
There's other cards I would much rather have. The 52 card that I got is Satchel, right? That's the one. No, not 52. Whatever. But yeah, 52. I got it back there somewhere. Anyway, I'm redoing everything, so I'm all out of whack. But
yeah. So
anyway, I have thoughts on other cards way different than way most people do, and I think that's why I get kind of left out of some talk. But I'm interested to hear what people. I think I had Chris from Missouri say right place, right time. But when you say that, when was the place and what time are you in history are you talking about? Because at the place and the time, we're not in 1953, 1952. He wasn't the Mickey Mantle that we're talking about in 56, right? Or somewhere else. He's still great, but
Yeah.
there was other people. And that's where my thought is.
Well, a lot of it too was because he was the one he replaced Joe DiMaggio out in center field, right? So that was kind of the
he got
passing of
booed.
the baton.
He was still getting booed in 52 in his own stadium.
Yeah.
But you had a young man by the name of Willie Mays roaming across the way there in Giant Stadium or whatever for New York Giants. And you had a Duke Snyder with Brooklyn. Yeah. So, that's where my question is and to me, Willie Mays is the better center fielder, regardless of what year we're talking about. So, but anyway, has Victor ever came up with a list of pre-war Hall of Famer rookie cards?
Yeah, that's a great question. I have played around with pre-war rookie cards here.
Thank you, man.
On my end privately. I've talked to a lot of people in the hobby about pre-war rookie cards. A lot of it is it's just too unstable to really predict anything or classify anything, especially with the rarity on some of the things. Some of them are just like, if you try to like organize it and classify things, there's some things are just so rare. There's so much food and beverage and oddball and
my other question is, because your big thing is it regionally or is it nationally released? Pre-war, almost everything was regionally released. How we were at the time as a nation.
With the exception of Gaudy and Sporting Gum and what is that, T206 and that.
Yeah, sort of thing. But they were tobacco, and I mean, you know, that one card, and it wasn't really eligible for everyone.
So, to answer his question, yes, I've tried to play around with it, but I don't. I'm kind of like Beckett Magazine. They just did not even attempt to classify pre-war because there's just too many variables. It's too unstable to really make rhyme or reason of anything. There's no way to organize it. So
because
it's the wild west.
Yeah, I mean, especially with all the different backs, and colors, and what year. I mean, that's
they're parallels.
and let's I mean, Topps T206, or I mean, T206s not top, but top T206s. A lot of these cards didn't even get their designations till way after they were released. Like, those early cards just called cards. I mean, they were just somebody else named them these different designations later on, right?
Yeah, that didn't really start until late 70s, early 80s when they started putting identifiers on stuff.
Right. Well, I'm just talking about naming like a certain card, like I'm not going to start making a fool out of myself because this is where my ignorance shines. But the different categories of cards and how you put, do we really know like how many T206 different ones are out there for each player? Exactly, and all this other stuff, and and it's a certain amount from this year to this year, and a different amount to this, this year to another year. It's
challenging. It's challenging.
Because that's why I just go after. Hey, that's a catcher card. I'm going to get that one. That one's pretty. That's where my knowledge ends. Oh, he's a Hall of Famer. I heard of him. That's where I stay. Because luckily my Mets don't start till way after that. So as a team collector, I'm way past that. But yeah, that's when I'm lucky to know people like Rick and other people in
Yeah.
the community
Just
to contact, because that's when the when you know to know what you don't know is a great thing to know. You know what I'm saying? Like, and to know where to find that information is the best thing to know.
yeah.
So, darn man, we're going way later, and I thought, Victor, which green cob is the true rookie card? There are too many parallels in that daggone release. Stop it, Ed. I gave you a. Ed was happy
Ed,
to Caitlin.
Ed, they're all rookie cards. Didn't you know?
Every one of them. So we're going in to the National this year. Second floor, making fun of it tonight. Um, you know, clutch your pearls and might have some more Pokemons.
It's going to be a heavy Pokemon presence, is my speculation.
Yes, every card.
And a heavy WNBA presence. That's
You
going to be
think? Because I have yet to see a heavy WNBA presence at any card show.
Yeah.
Because I go looking for it. I mean, that and Star Wars and some wrestling, something different before I start looking for the same old, same old.
And get your Hokas ready, because it's going to be packed, brother. I think this thing, I'm predicting anyways, this thing is going to break previous record.
Well, that's what Ed's talking. So what was the last record? You think 120?
Last year. I think it was last year.
Did they break it? I don't think they announced it that they broke it in Cleveland.
No, I don't.
Was last time it was in Chicago is when it was announced it was broke. Okay. It was well over 100,000 people.
Yeah.
Paul, I'm actually selling cards right now. I do have cards down below that I might, if I don't get them listed in time to sell before I go, I'll probably take it some trade bait.
I don't bother because I am a base rookie card collector, and I can have a dozen or so. I can have 3 dozen PSA 10s of the hottest players, and nobody will want them because they're base cards. But that's okay.
Yeah, but so like, you know, I like to bust open stuff. So if it's something that I feel like, and my problem is if I really like a player, I go hog wild. I'll start picking them up, grading them. You know, but it's all a learning experience. That's what another thing with the knowledge thing. I think when I'm in this hobby, any hobby I'm in, part of the fun is learning what's going on myself. Like, because how you hobby is going to be definitely different. How I hobby, right? I'm going to see different things differently than you are, and vice versa. But where the knowledge comes in, it's like, you know, like I said, hey, I'm going to go buy this Goody. You know, oh, it's Goudy. Oh, thank you. Maybe I won't get the GOO one. I'll get, you know, because you need somebody, you need friends, right? You in anything you do in life to help you jump mud puddles, whatever. You don't want to land in them, and anything to help you. So let's see. We have Wesker Griff says Philly's show had a good mix of. It had some Wesker Griff. We pretty much bought out the whole WNBA, all of them when we were there. I just got some back. I was putting them away today.
So if you think about it, if you think about the dealers, what are the dealers thinking? I'm going to Chicago. What is hot in the Chicagoland region? And they know that they're going to be close to Indiana. So they're going to be bringing Angel Reese. They're going to be bringing Caitlin Clark.
And it's too bad that the girl from TCU is not having a better season. She's struggling a little bit being there in Chicago. Hopefully we're going Friday night to the game. I'm right here, Eric. I just didn't feel like wearing a hat tonight, and I set up my room. So if you're asking where I'm at, same apartment. I'm just not in the dining room anymore. I actually got rid of my couch and TV, and my TV's behind me now. And I done set up my living room as basically a YouTube stereo studio with workspace in it. So I'm actually I've got it set up where I can. Oh, it was a hatless joke, okay? Because I'm also streaming some video games. So be looking out for that if you want to have talk some smack. Let's see. Ed OG Royalty, look forward to seeing you in a couple of weeks. Well, I want to see you too, Rick. Any official reason, Victor, why the National won't ever give us official numbers in regards to attendance? The speculation every year on guessing could be erased with a simple statement from NSCC.
They've been getting better at it, I think. What they'll do is they'll give Sports Cards Daily a little snippet of attendance. They won't give actual numbers, but they will verify that they broke the record, that sort of thing. But I thought I have seen list of attendance somewhere.
Well, so they didn't ever. They just said 2 years ago they announced on Saturday at the end of the day that they broke the record that year for attendance. And I mean, I'm sure all they're doing is just looking at ticket sales. There ain't no way they're counting how many people come to do it.
Yeah, right.
So that's crazy. But yeah, we talked about that at our Airbnb that year. Why don't they announce it? But because our worry is fire marshal showing up. It's been our worry, especially when all those kids were in there doing the trading in the floor and you had nowhere to walk through the lobby. But so my question is at the show, it sounds like are you, to me, if it's a Pokemon table, because most of the time a Pokemon dealer is just dealing in non-sport, you can move on. Is that a thing that bothers you now at shows? Are you a get off my lawn guy when it comes to that, or?
Not really. I mean, I think there's plenty of space at the National for both. I mean, we'll see. I mean, I don't want it to be like 50% of the tables. Don't get me wrong, but if there's a heavy presence, I don't have a problem with it.
Well, see, my thing is, I think at the National we don't have to worry about that because the same people hold on to the tables every year. So if we didn't have 50% last year, what makes you think we're going to have 50%?
They're setting up a whole new section though, so we'll
right upstairs. That's where I get. That's where everybody's like, oh, well, don't go upstairs. It's going to be plenty of tables to get whatever you want there, because in years past, because I think people also, different regions of this country call Coke, everything a Coke, where Pokemon has that designation for non-sport now. So when you go in and it's just non-sport or TCG, Pokemon gets the label of all those cards now. And I really I want to go see some non-sport cards. I want to find stuff. When I go to the National, I want to see, hopefully I can find some TV shows from the 70s and 80s. I haven't had much luck, but I always look for them.
They got that one old timer at the National.
Yeah, I found the packs.
Packs, yeah.
So,
don't talk to that guy about rookie cards, though. He'll come unglued.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, I don't like the rookie card. People talk about rookie cards in non-sports, but that's a whole different show for a different day.
Yeah.
So when you're going this year, looking for base rookie cards, that's something that's not hard to find unless you're looking for something years ago, right? Or when you're looking for even 90s, it's not terrible. Is that why you end up going to the boxes? Or, I know you love the boxes.
I set a portion out specifically for that. I like that because it's, it's budget friendly activity. And man, you can in a show like the National, you can really find some gems in these dollar boxes, man. It's just I just I have so much fun in them, and that's where I find a lot of base rookie cards for $1, and it's like, okay, and I'll have my fun in there, and sometimes you can find stuff for the PC. I have a wide variety of like Sammy Sosa inserts from the '90s. That's another portion of my collection, and I love diving through there for that stuff. For my eBay store, if it's something I know that is a good moving, selling card, I'll pick it up. And a lot of times I like to dig when I'm looking for eBay stuff. I like to maybe go into a $5 box or a $10 box or something. You can really find some good margins in there.
Yeah, I am going this year to look more for rookie cards in different sports, like other than baseball, and also baseball, like 70s and 80s guys, where I can upgrade or fill in some ones I don't have, or my cards from the 70s and 80s were 10-year-olds play toys. So, as much as I love them and they're mine, I would like to upgrade a Ozzie Smith 79, or George Brett or Robbie Young. So that they're the type of things that I'm going to be looking for. Last year, I did pick up the Fisk rookie for my catchers. I wouldn't mind getting Yogi, looking at Yogi this year for catchers cards. So I don't know what I can afford with Yogi, but I haven't gone into that depth yet. But we'll have to see. He is one of those great players that is still kind of affordable, though. Like, he's not crazy. As being a Yankee, a catcher, and Yogi being Yogi, right?
Yeah, and the amount of rings he has, you would think,
right? So, Eddie's a big influencer. But I'm also for me, I talked about it before. I used to go in thinking I'm going to go, and I am. I'm going to do my walk around probably the first 2 or 3 days. Probably if I pick up anything, it's going to be very small or not much or whatever. Because I'm looking for the card. I always want that one card that makes the show for me. Like when I pick it up, every time I see it in my collection, oh, this is from the 2025 National when I was with my buddies. I do it with my Satchel, my Gretzky, my Johnny Bench rookie, all those cards. So, I do look for something like that. And now we're getting closer. I'm starting to open up a little bit more. I've even this year went one step further on my spreadsheet on my phone, where I added pictures to my spreadsheet to make it easier for me to go, especially when I'm looking at Roy Campanella's and they start, or Roberto Clemente's, and they start looking like, it's just a quicker reference point for me. And also it gives me a little bit more of what I'm looking for. So that was something I've done this year, and hopefully it works for me. Like I said, I'm giving no pointers this year. My pointer is to go and have a good time. That's it. That's it. Or go to any show and have a good time. I'm going to a video game a con, an actual video game con this weekend. First time I ever went to one for just video games, retro. I can't wait, and I really don't know much about it. I can't wait to go and process it. And I hope it's like my first time at the National, where I'm just walking around the first day mesmerized by it. So I'm always jealous of the first time goers to the National. Every year I'm just like,
I like to see them when they, or talk to them after the fact.
Right. Especially now. I mean, I know my first one I went to, walking in Chicago, you go into the left there. You hit the steps, and I went, are you kidding me? And this was before they even had the carpet area opened up back there. This was, it was, you would look at, Scott knows what Scott knows now, looks at that one and goes, man, that's just the regular old, that's the CSA in Chantilly, Virginia. Now that's not even what we're going to. And that's always been my question too, is like, when is it too big? When is it too much?
Yeah.
What is it? Eric, yes.
Hey Scott, can you go through the comments real quick? I need to go do something real quick.
Yes.
I'll be right back. Okay.
Yes. So we got let's see, 2023 Showboat record. We got that one. Carlos vintage. Rookie cards are only base cards. We went over that earlier tonight. And by the way, Eric, did we have one slip through our fingers today or what? At least it was to the Royals, but still we let one slip through our fingers today. That's one that might come back to haunt us at the end of the year. So we got get Koufax. I have a Koufax rookie. Thank you. It's my daddy's, but I got it from his collection. It's graded. I think it's a 2, if I remember correctly. Let's see. What would be worse for the National Fire Marshal shutting down the show or the Irish raiding trade nights? Hot Chick City, LOL. Remember the bench warmer. I remember that, Eric. It's happening a lot this month. Love it. Yeah. But this one today, I don't know what was it, a high ceiling there at the ball game, because it looked like the outfielders were running circles trying to catch balls over their shoulder. They really poor play by the Royals in the outfield today. Getting to balls, even though the center fielder tried to kill himself. But yeah. So my last question: are you going after for anything special, Victor? Or are you just going just check it out, enjoy the show? Please take some Gatorade though this time.
Yeah,
I'll always be there for you.
Yeah, man, I'm still working on my Clemente set registry run. Problem I'm having with this is in the years past, anyways. They're so overpriced. If I can even find one, they're wanting. It's like I can get it on eBay like 30% cheaper. It seems like. But the last couple of years, I know the dealers have been a little stingy about coming down on. So hopefully, that it'll be different this year. So we'll see how that works out. I am willing to pay a little more for a nice one. I get the whole eye appeal thing now. The number doesn't even matter anymore.
Right.
It's the eye appeal that's going to affect the price the most. And so I'm going in expecting that. But a lot of times, I'll be honest with you, all of my PC stuff, I'm not a rarity guy. I'm not going to pay thousands of dollars. It's not my lane. A big card for me is, $500. And that's just where things are at right now. Maybe in the future it'll be different, but right now that's kind of my lane. Anywhere between, let's just say 200 to 600 is, my range. And if I go over that, it's really going to be well thought out and well planned to dump some money.
That has been my reasoning for walking around more before I start purchasing. It's not to see what else, or I guess it is to see what else, but only it's not to get a card at a cheaper price. It's to make sure when I do spend that, buy the card, that I don't go 4 tables over and go, damn, I wish I would have got this card. I want to make sure, and I don't, but doing that, and I go back and they don't have it.
No, it's
guess
gone.
What? It's on me. It's on me.
Right.
And then I go to the second card.
And that happens so much.
What? I don't have every card. That's why I don't understand when people. I understand going, oh damn, they sold it. I can see the instant. But guess what? There's a kabillion cards at the National that I don't have in my collection that I would love to have. So it's just on to number 2, or come home with money in my pocket, which is not bad either because I like collecting Benjamins. I mean, that's a good. The clarity doesn't have to. I'll even take creases in those. So my $100 bills, I'll take creases. They don't have to be. But rare and fair don't wait yet. Last year, I felt like the prices weren't too bad. It felt like, well, I thought 2 years at the Chicago one. The dealers had such a good day on Tuesday and Wednesday before the show opened that everything after that was plus they were willing to work with people. I had some great deals on Sunday. That's when I come to the realization, which this is, everybody knows, Sunday is your deal day. But a lot of times if a dealer's having a great weekend, he's not going to deal with you on Sunday either. That's what you're kind of worried about. But the last 2 years, Sunday, they don't want to pack it. A lot of these dealers, this is their only show, or they only do a handful of shows. They pick up a lot of cards for this show. They don't want to take it back with them. The ones that have it labeled, on eBay and there, and this, that, and the other, water into mantle, greater than water in the wine, yeah. That, I just feel like that if I'm going to give you any advice, that's the only thing. Don't be afraid. Don't have FOMO. There's too much there. There's just too much there. Just move on. Just move on. Go to the next table. Shit, you might find it even better on Sunday. It's just people that don't have a lot of time. I feel bad for them. The bigger the show's gotten, the more time you need to be there if you want to really search it out. But then again, I might get there and it's 60% Pokemon. I'm done on Thursday. So it just depends on what it is. So I can't wait to be there. I can't wait to have my days off. Going to the White Sox game. And this year, too, also, it's been more for me. It's like I'm looking forward to doing stuff outside the show more this year. Going to a White Sox game on Tuesday night. Hopefully going to WNBA game on Friday night. And then also just hanging out afterwards, going to find good places to eat. I've gotten to where I love this hobby, never going anywhere. But, some of that stuff, this is turning into more of a vacation for me than just – I've always wondered, well, when people say that, I'm going for the cards. Well, I see cards all the time. So, I'm really looking forward to the other stuff as well. And if it's hot in there, this kid ain't going to be hanging out inside that place. I can tell you that right now. I'll wait till 1 or 1:30 in the afternoon when it starts loosening up. I'll go sit upstairs in the Pokemon lot if there's nobody up there. Because this kid.
Dude, it's been so hot down here too, man. I hope that AC's working.
I looked at the projected forecast and they're calling for mid-70s.
Oh, so we've been in the mid-90s. Being a mile away from the lakefront, the humidity is like 98%.
Well,
you go outside, you can't even breathe, brother. Just
up in Virginia, they've been 100 and whatever, and this week now they're getting all that flooding that the Midwest has been getting. And my hometown there's some pictures coming out there tonight and they're on a hill. We're called Colonial Heights. The Colonial's on the heights. That means you're on the heights. Yeah. The river's below us, and we're still flooded. It's what the hell's going on?
Right.
Me and my dad tried to do our show, and he got knocked out before we got started. He lost electricity. So, if you're a specific collector, it's about the cards. If you're a general collector, it's more about the other stuff. Yes, I've already been to one game. The team's pretty good. So it's every game. Yeah. So, Valkyrie. Yeah. I'm so happy they brought back the UConn girl. I hope she's still on the team but when we go Friday. So I was disappointed. I want to see Martin. And I don't understand why they don't give the ball more to the center they don't run the offense more through her. She scored like 30 some one night for Chicago from South Carolina. Starts with a C. I can't say her. I don't want to. Cadona. I don't know. Cadona is a wrestler, but I can't remember what her name is.
Caruso or something like that.
Yeah, there you go. Something like that.
Yeah.
She's got good feet work. I don't know if it's just that one night she was on, but it looks like Reese has got a better touch right now than she's had in the last year and a half. The last year and a half,
she's had a good week or so. Yeah.
Yeah, it just looks like she's finding like, hey, I don't want to put it up there like a ton of bricks. I want to make it, light as a feather. So they're fun to watch, like the fast-paced style. Just wish Money Mark got more minutes. Yeah, it's impressive how the Bay Area is selling out every game, and they're good. I mean, they're a decent team. That's a good start for. And I mean, me and Ed talked about it last night. I think they just need to learn how to build on the success as a league. You get Caitlin Clark in, you get Angel Reese, you get a few other girls that are rookies. Then you already have your established veterans. It was time to bring them out and let them really shine as well, the Asias and all of them. But they just don't do that. And then you got the girls that they're waiting in the wings that are coming out in college, Juju's and the rest of them. And Paige Booker, or how you say that, she's killing it this year, but you wouldn't know it. So for Dallas. But anyway, I digress. We're back to cards. But you got to be good for us to talk about you. Vintage Trade Night Saturday night. Yeah, I forgot about that. Are you going to go to that, Victor? Are you going to be? I'm going
to try to. Yeah.
Yeah. That's different. I don't know, because I know they're doing a regular trade night as well that night. I need to look around too, because last time in Chicago, there's places doing specialty trade nights like wrestling, non-sport, Star Wars. They had one place doing Star Wars trade night. Kind of interested in that stuff too. That's the type of thing I like to see this growing into, more of an actual convention atmosphere. All right, so that we're going to end on that tonight. Sorry to keep you later than usual, Victor.
Anytime.
Yeah, hope you and your family are doing well. Seems like your house is coming along well. I'm happy for you.
Yeah.
As always, we'll man hug it out at the show.
That's right.
Get to talk to each other a little bit. If we know where the cool spot is, like the couch is upstairs by the upstairs bathroom.
That's right.
Coolest spot there. So, and the best bathrooms. So we're gonna leave it there, and hope everybody's doing well. I have 2 more Sundays. I'm hoping next Sunday I'll be home in time to do the show on time. If not, it'll be a little bit later next Sunday, because I will be in South Carolina at the video game convention, the Siege Southeast Gaming Expo. So I will talk to you then. We'll have my other shows during the week as shout out to Mike. Oh yeah, Mike is, I guess, busy again tonight. He's too cool for school. So until next time, like, share, tell a friend, subscribe if you haven't, and we will see ya. Go ahead and say your little tagline, Victor.
What's that?
I can't say it. If I say it, I'll get in trouble. I'll get canceled.
Huh? My little tagline. I have so many.
At the end, you always say the same thing.
Those nachos, muchachos.